morning everyone, hope you're well, happy Good Friday. So it's not even 8 o'clock yet and we are down at the plot to do some hard work. So we have been trying to come up in the evenings where we can. We've got the peas planted, we've got the strawberries in, or at least some of the strawberries in, and we've got some growth on the raspberries, so we're doing really well. Aim today is obviously to get up here before it gets too hot, which we've done. However, there is still some heat in that sun. Sean's already made a start on turning over the third section, so I'm going to give him a hand, and then when it starts to heat up we're going to do some transplanting. I shall see you in a bit. So, a little over 2 hours and we've managed to do a section of the bed. I've moved up this end of the plot because we've actually got lots of neighbours in. You can probably hear them now. I think they're taking down their shed. But we've managed to get the whole of that quarter turned over, which is quite a nice feat. The sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely glorious Easter weekend. Shh. So as you can see there, so we've turned over all this section here. The amount of bindweed, especially in the middle, was just insane. But when you look sort of across to this plot here, so this one we don't think has actually been taken on. If I just zoom in very carefully. So all this fence here, that is all bindweed. So you can kind of understand why we've got so much in ours. Bed's all turned over. What we're going to do now is head home, let the heat of the day sort of pass, and then we'll come back later on today. When we come back, we will hopefully make a start on some of the paths, start marking them out. I'm going to plant on some of the dahlias as well, tomatoes, chilies, and hopefully get the sweet peas in the bed as well. So I will check in with you all in a bit. Okay, so it's proving that I'm not very good at videos at the minute. Mainly because when we do come up we are just sort of cracking on with the jobs and not thinking about taking a video in all honesty. So last night we popped up, we got 2 more paths in, and then if I just spin you around, we also got the sweet peas in. So I've built this little tripod here. Not the most sturdiest thing in the world, but we'll have to see how it gets on. And then I've planted in all of the sweet peas and sort of weaved them in and out the thread, giving them something to grow up. And then the darker soil I've just sort of poured over what they came in because it's obviously a bit finer than what we've got in the ground. So I don't have much luck with sweet peas, but we will see how they get on. Fingers crossed that they survive and that I haven't killed them in transplanting them, which wouldn't surprise me at all. So I don't know if you can remember, but ages ago, before the lockdown, we bought a load of bricks. So this was somebody's drive that we've pulled up, or helped them pull up, and brought them all along. Now, this did go from one end of the wall to the other. I won't go all the way back. But actually, as you can see, I'll just stand up, go back a bit. We are getting through them. Ta-da! So this was all bricks, and they all sort of came up to about this line here. As we're laying the paths, obviously, the numbers are going down. Now, what we've noticed though, as we've been going through and doing the paths, is that actually not all the bricks are the same. So, if you have a look, they've all got nodules on the ends. And some of them are on the left, and some of them are on the right. And the reason we've been getting some of the wonky paths is where those little nodules have been hitting each other. So now, as we're going through, we're sifting them through. So we're making paths that I've either got them all on the left, and I've got them all on the right. And I'd like to say that's the only reason that they're wonky, not anything to do with the fact that we're rubbish at laying paths, but hey. Right, so before we put the last path in, as you can see, Sean's doing great work sort of digging it over the beds, but as we're digging them over, we're noticing that we've got quite a lot of soil, considering how much we've pulled out as well with the amount of bindweed we're finding on this side of the plot. We are going to sort of take off a little bit of the soil that we're getting to, and the idea is that we'll probably sort of build a bit of a mound up here. But before we can do that, as you can see, as usual, when we pulled the black stuff back, because we haven't left it down long enough, the grass is absolutely thriving. It hasn't died off yet, albeit it is starting to change colour. So I'm now just going to dig some of that out so we can move some of the soil across. sun's getting up now and it's getting really hot, so we're going to head home. But before we do, I've just been putting on dahlias. So there's some down there on the tray, which is now an allotment tray. You know when you bring something up and you think, oh, I'll take that back. Yeah, we've now got an allotment tray and we've got allotment scissors. So there's ones down there and then there's the ones in there as well. So we've given them a quick water, but obviously it is incredibly hot. So we'll probably come back and give everything a decent water tonight. So we've only given it a little bit for now. He's a good man, that man. While he's waiting for me, he's decided to get on with some more weeding in between the raspberries. Got Sean on the job again. That's dodgy. Huh? So Sean is watering the plants and I am closing up the polytunnel. As you can see, I'm doing a cracking job because I'm on the camera, but look how beautiful that sunset is behind. We do have a good plot, but it's been such a scorcher today, it didn't seem right not to come up and water plants. Let's hope we can have another productive day tomorrow. Look what we did today! Morning all, happy Easter Sunday. So I have popped down. I'm on my own today, I thought I'd give Sean the day off. So while I'm on my own, I've had a quick tidy up of the potting table, and then if I move you around, just been having a quick look at the plants. So everything seems to be doing really well at the minute, apart from my herbs. God knows what the hell I've done to the herbs. But as you can see, sunflowers are absolutely reaching for the sun. Albeit I say this one actually hasn't changed at all. So this is one of the Cosmos cupcakes. It hasn't changed for weeks. But hopefully we'll start seeing some movement. One can only hope. But the dahlias are already picking up after being repotted. My tomatoes are looking fantastic. More sunflowers. Starting to see, so I don't look at anything probably on the camera right now, but this is actually some broccoli. That's there are some tiny little heads that are starting to come through. I've also got one of the cucumbers and one courgette coming through, with evidence of 2 more coming through. So just waiting on the squash. Come on, squash. Lettuce all year round has taken, you know, going nuts. I've got more tomatoes on the go and some more peppers. One's a sweet pepper, and some of that is a chilli. I've got sign of 1 runner bean under here. Come on, the other 24. And then we've got some cosmos on the way. But since, you know, more sunflowers, more cosmos, some basil, everything is just loving this. Some more sunflowers. So the plan is, the reason I'm growing so many sunflowers is they're not all for me. I mean, there's 24 sunflowers there. But the plan is to sort of start giving some away to bring some joy to people. Give them something relatively easy, hopefully, that they can grow in the garden with the kids. Got some more chili peppers down here. Lots of parsley. And some more, I think these are chilies. I don't know, peppers. And dahlias. That one looks like a chili though, please be right. Oh, pepper. There we go. And the dahlias over here again, they all seem to be doing pretty well. So I actually probably should get on with some work today. So that's the pea frame up. Probably not as tall as it will get. We might actually add to it. One of the other plots on here has got the same poles, but what they've got is actually some connectors to make them bigger. So hopefully, actually I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'll have to have a think about that. But 1 pea frame up, so get them to start growing, hopefully. So just to give you a quick overview, we're getting there with the plot. So we've got the final 4 beds in down the front. As you can see, the sweet peas are in, strawberries are in, starting to actually look a little bit more alive than when they arrived. And here are the raspberries, again, some growth on those. So the next thing we got to do is this section here. So I've just pulled it back and folded it over. Like I say, I am on my own today, so I'll see how much it gets done, because there is some heat in that sun and it's already coming out and it's probably only 10 o'clock. So I will crack on and we'll see how far I get before I decide to overcook. So another productive morning this morning. I made a start on some of it yesterday, but I didn't get very far, and it sort of got up to here. And then I managed to, so Sean kindly came with me today, because let's face it, I'm not very good without him. He does a lot of the hard work. So this is the final quarter. The reason we've been putting it off is, so there's a plum tree over in this corner somewhere, so we know that there's roots in there somewhere. However, while digging up, we've come across some nice roots, which Sean is now trying to dig out. And it's out! I think we're both having a cup of tea now. For a good morning's work. So that's Easter weekend done. Been a very productive 4 days. I'll just walk you through what we've got done. So over here on the right, we have dug over these beds, put the paths in. On the left, just making sure I got my left and right. I won't put it past me. So over here on the left, we managed to get the peas in. So that's 110 peas, we think. And we also got the tripod thing up so they can grow up that, hopefully. They keep going along. As you can see, we've brought the hose pipe up. Let's just hope you don't pull it while I'm walking. On the right, we've managed to put the sweet peas in. Bless them, it's been a bit windy today, so they've had a bit of a battering. And then on the left, as hopefully you saw as we walked over, we've managed to dig over the back here. So that's all 15 beds now in. We just need to dig this over and actually sort of, as in we've dug it over and got the weeds out, but now we just sort of need to give it a bit of a finer dig over. So we can do that over the course of the evening, just while we're up this way. Strawberry seems to be coming a bit more to life, and we're starting to see a lot more growth on, well, a lot more. We've got a bit more growth on the raspberries. So we've got this one here and we've got one over there. All the rest, nothing. We can only live and hope. And then if I walk you back down, oh, look at that sunset, it is glorious. And if I walk you in here, we've done some potting on as well. So all in all, rather productive Easter weekend. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and we shall see you soon. Stay safe everyone.